what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. This is Tawanda Sims, your CEO and founder of the Let's Plan Conference and Elite Events by Tawanda. It's Monday. It's time for my life lesson moment. And today I want to talk about branding from my perspective. Give me 5 minutes and I promise you I'll be up out of here. So, branding. I remember when I first started in business, I used to always hear people talking about branding, rebranding, brand your business, brand. And I thought, and I'm gonna be very honest with you, that branding meant change your business card, change your website, change your color scheme. And I remember my sisters used to always ask me, Wanda, why are you always changing your business card? Why are you always changing your colors? And for those of you who know me back in the day, probably remember the black and white business card, probably remember the red and green business card, because I thought that branding or rebranding was changing the way you look, changing the way you look on paper and on print. How many of you know that branding is actually about you? You are your brand. And today I want to give you 3 quick tips on what branding is from my perspective. Number 1, your reputation. Your reputation online and offline is your brand. If you suck in your personal life, then your reputation will suck in business. If you have a bad attitude, if you always look like you just rolled out of bed, and if people always know you for being a sourpuss, then guess what? That's your business reputation. You need to make sure that your reputation online and offline gels. When you walk out, you got to look the part. You got to walk the part. You got to talk the part. Because when people see you, people know that you got it all together and your reputation will precede you. Don't get caught up following the glitz and the glam and following people that are caught up in labels, trying to model your brand after them. Just do you. If your reputation offline sucks, and if you know you got a bad, nasty attitude, once again, you need to pray to God and ask God to help you be a better you. Number 1, reputation. Number 2, create something to sell or to market. Now, once you've gotten your reputation down and once you've gotten that brand, remember that your brand is you, together, try to identify that one thing that you're good at and market it. For example, I'm a wedding planner. I'm an event planner. In my corporate days, I was a human resource expert. I found people jobs, right? I help people gain income by finding them job opportunities. But as a human resources director, recruiter, headhunter, or whatever you call what I did back in the day, the one thing that I did not like about my job was recruiting. I did not want to find the individual, the doctor, the business person, the health administrator, the physical therapist. I didn't want to go out and search for that person. What I loved doing was finding the company or the hospital or the healthcare facility that needed the person. Does that make sense? So I was good at selling my company. I was a human resources branch manager for all medical personnel. And my job was to go out and bring the business in. I loved it and I mastered it. I literally helped All Medical make millions of dollars by closing deals. So as a business professional, whatever you're good at, you can be good at, let's say in the wedding industry, you can be good at doing florals. You can be good at doing logistics. You can be good at doing production, installs. But whatever that one thing is that you're good at, that's what you sell. Market that. The Bible teaches us that you can be a master, or you can't be a master over everything. Now, you do need multiple streams of income. Don't get me wrong. I think in Ecclesiastics, it tells us to have, what, 7 or 8 streams of income. But that one thing that you're good at is what you need to be selling and marketing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And number 3 is, I wrote it down somewhere. It's once you have gotten your reputation together and once you have identified that one thing that you're good at that you can market and sell, then the third thing is to learn how or invest in someone that's going to teach you or going to market your brand or services. You can't do it alone. If you're not I'm not a marketing and advertising specialist. Trust me, I've come to the conclusion that in order for people to know who I am and to know what I have to offer, I've got to put myself out there. I've got to make sure that I am represented in the World Wide Web. From a business perspective, yeah, my circle of people know me, my circle of people love me, but unless I am depending on my circle of people to take me from good to great, thank you very much, I know you will, but I have got to make sure, you have got to make sure that you connect with a marketing or advertising specialist that's going to take your business from good to great. Take your brand, that's you, from good to great. Does that make sense? Stop looking for your brand to be compared. Stop comparing your brand to other brands, to the glitz and the glam, because they look good, they sparkle, they shine, they look like their money. Stop doing that and figure out what works for you. I thank God today for a conference call that I had with some amazing business ladies. And I can't wait to share with you what's going to happen in the life of this brand. Does that make sense? Love you, mean it. Branding, from my perspective, remember, it's about your reputation. It's about that one thing that you're good at. Market that. And then it's about investing and a marketing and advertising specialist that can help you take your business from good to great. Now, if you feel like you got it going on and you don't need that marketing specialist, or if you can do it yourself, then do you. All right? I'm Tawanda. I'm a wedding and event specialist in the beautiful city of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where we create visions with style while providing you the diamond experience. It has been my pleasure to bring to you my life lesson moment today, branding from my perspective. Holla!